Assalomu alaykum hurmatli YouTube foydalanuvchilari, hurmatli uzlik kanali a'zolari. Mana biz yana o'zlarimizni IELTS, ya'ni IELTSdan speaking bo'limi bo'yicha namuna javoblarni berishda davom qilamiz. Bizni bugungi mehmonimiz Gulnoz, Karimova Gulnoz IELTS imtihonlariga 5 oydan buyon tayyorlanib kelmoqda va hozirgi kunda o'zini IELTS imtihonini topshirish arafasida turibdi. Shuning uchun biz bugun Gulnoz bilan sample speaking qilib ko'ramiz, ya'ni namuna speaking testini. Chunki bu juda ham qo'l keladi, sababi real imtihonga kirganda bu ancha hayajonni yo'qotishga, ya'ni o'zini ballini taxminan bilib olishga yordam beradi. Demak bo'lmasam biz boshladik. Agarda videomiz yoqsa like bosib, esingizdan chiqmasin. Kanalimizga obuna bo'lmagan bo'lsangiz obuna bo'lib qo'ying. Pastda podpisatsiya tugmasi bor va o'sha yerda qo'ng'iroqcha tugmasi ham bor, uni bosib qo'ying. Bu orqali siz eng oxirgi qo'yib borilayotgan videolardan xabardor bo'lib turishingiz mumkin. Demak bo'lmasam biz boshladik. Hop. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jalal. Today I'm your examiner and you are my candidate. First of all, can you show me your identification, please?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Well. Okay. Thank you. Well, can you tell me your full name, please?
Yes, my full name is Karimova Gulnoz.
Okay, Gulnoz. How can I call you?
You can call me just Gulnoz.
Okay, very good. In the first part, I'd like to give you some questions about yourself, okay?
Okay.
Well, my first question is that please describe your hometown a little.
Well, that's so good question for me because I love my hometown. In my hometown there are so many parks, especially, and people are also so kind, and my hometown is not big, but there's so many interesting things and buildings.
Okay. Is it a big city or a small town?
As I said before, it's small town, not big, but I think in the long term it will be big because of the new areas maybe.
Okay. How long have you been living there?
Undoubtedly, I have been living there when I was born, and I still live there with my family.
Okay. Let's talk about borrowing and lending. Okay. Have you ever borrowed books from your others, maybe your friends?
Yes, of course. I prefer to borrow especially books from my friends because I don't want to squander so much money on the little books, especially some kind of fictions or study books, little study books. So I borrowed.
Okay. Have you ever borrowed money from others?
Yes. I often borrow money from my close friend Shahla because my friend works in the cafe, and she always gives me money when I have some trouble situations.
Okay. Do you like to lend things to others?
I think yes, I like it because I really like to help other people, especially in their hard times, if they haven't got any money to pay something necessary for them. I try to give them enough money, and I hope they also like it.
Okay. Let's talk about jeans.
Okay.
Do you like wearing jeans?
Honestly, I don't like wearing jeans because I read so many magazines and saw so much videos in YouTube about the damages of wearing jeans, and also when I'm wearing jeans I feel myself really uncomfortable, so I try to avoid this kind of thing.
Okay. Why are jeans so popular nowadays?
There's so many reasons for this because nowadays the price of jeans is really low and it's cost effective for ordinary people, and they wear it everywhere in school maybe and their daily life, so it's quite comfortable, so that they buy it.
Okay. Well, let's now speak about smiling. Okay. Social networking websites. Well, is it easy to find real friends on a social networking website?
I think it's not easy to find close friends on internet because people find it from in real life their close friends, especially when people try to find a new friend on Instagram, maybe in Telegram. That would not be their close friend. It would be their just friends.
Okay. What kind of social networking websites do you like using?
I really like to use Telegram and Instagram because it's more modern networking sites nowadays also, and why I use those websites because it's very convenient for using and it's very cheap and I can take more information from both of them.
Okay, let's move to the next part. In this part, I will give you a topic and I will give you 1 minute for review. You may make some notes if you wish, and then you will have 2 minutes to speak and I will stop you, okay?
Okay.
Well, let's talk about getting up early. Describe an occasion when you got up extremely early, okay? It's your topic and it's a paper for you and it's a pencil for you. And you have 1 minute. You may start. Okay, Gulnoz, your time is over. And let me take the question paper. Okay, you may start.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about one situation that I suddenly get up early and because of my studies. So this situation happened last week in my life. So in the early morning, I guess that was 5 a.m. I suddenly got up and I don't know why, but I feel myself really inconvenienced, and I realized that it's time to do my works and do my study because as I thought this time is very comfortable for doing the necessary things. So in that time, I guess I was by myself and I did my all things. And first of all, I really like to read my daily plans in the morning time. So I read it and scheduled my all day routines, and so. Why I get up early in this day? I think in this day I had a first mock test, and I feel myself really nervous and wondering how it would be good or bad, and how can I get the high score from my first mock test. And I Madina, and she give her advice for me and encouraged me to do more thing on first mock test. And
okay. Thank you very much, Gulnoz, because your time is over. Then let's move to the next part. It's our last part.
okay.
In this part, I'll give you some questions about education, because you spoke about education. So, who should be responsible for education, parents or the government? The education of young children.
Well, there's the one thing that in education of children, it's necessary for government and their parents also. And I think there should be balance in both of them, because when children go to school, and government should be responsible for them in the lesson times and in the times they spend in the school and government places. But when children come to their home after their lessons, their parents should control them every situation and teach them about the things that they responsible for.
Okay. What are the advantages and disadvantages of studying online?
Well, that's an interesting question, because there's so many advantages of learning and studying online. And yes, for example, yesterday I wrote one magazine about it, and I realized that online education can give us convenience to take and gather knowledge in every situation. For example, now there are so many people who live in the poor conditions and who have some problems with their health, and that people can study in their home and sitting on one chair and look at the one computer. So
what are disadvantages?
Okay, the disadvantages of online study is that if people study in their home in one chair, there would not be contact with other people, because if people contact others and communicate with strangers, they can take more knowledge, and they encourage, and there will be some competitive situations, and it would lead to the development of themselves.
Okay. Do you think teachers will be replaced by computers or robots in the future?
Yes, I guess in the future robots will play a main role in every occasion and every place. So I think in the future robots cannot teach, but they can help teachers to educate children. For example, with the help of robots, teachers can show their students some kind of video materials and practical things.
Okay, thank you very much, Gulnoz. It was our last question. Thank you for your attending.
Okay, thank you.
Mana qadrli tomoshabinlar, ya'ni YouTube tomoshabinlari, guvoh bo'lganingizdek Gulnoz o'zining speaking test imtihonidan, ya'ni namuna imtihonidan o'tib oldim. Endi bizga ruxsat bersangiz, biroz o'zlarimiz izohlarimizni tanishtirib o'tsak. Gulnoz, avvalambor men sizdan yutuqlaringiz haqida gapirib bermoqchiman, keyin kamchiliklaringiz va oxirida sizdan umumiy ballingiz, ya'ni taxminan meni fikrim bo'yicha ballingizni aytib o'taman. Demak, yutuqlaringiz haqida keladigan bo'lsak, birinchi navbatda men tan olib o'tishim kerak, pronunciation juda ham zo'r, yaqqol ko'rinib turibdi. Ko'p tajriba qilganingiz, ko'p buni praktika qilganingiz ko'rinib turibdi. Adashmasam ko'p videolar kuzatib borasiz, YouTube'da kanallar ko'rib borsangiz kerak, ya'ni native speakerlarga o'xshab ketadi. Ikkinchidan, tabiiylik bor, ya'ni ovoz tonlarida tabiiylik, tana harakatlarida tabiiylik va ko'z harakatlarida ham tabiiylik bor, ya'ni ko'zingiz hech qayerga olib qochmayapsiz, o'zingiz qarab, qo'l harakatlarida ham hammasi tabiiy chiqyapti. Va mavzudan mavzuga, ya'ni temadan temaga o'tganda ham o'zingizni linking wordlardan to'g'ri foydalanyapsiz, ya'ni bu menga, ya'ni examiner sifatida, imtihon yozuvchi sifatida menga yengillik beradi, sizni qaysi joydan qaysi joyga ketayotganligingiz to'g'risida. Keyin part 1 ga juda ham zo'r javob berdingiz. Hech qanaqa nima deydi, notabiiy narsani ko'rmadim. Men ham yaxshi, ya'ni o'z o'rnida qiyin so'zlar, o'z o'rnida o'rtacha so'zlar, shunday so'zlarni ishlatib boryapsiz, bu juda ham yaxshi. Part 2 ga keladigan bo'lsak, ozgina to'xtalishlar bo'ldi. O'rtarog'ida adashmasam 50 sekund bilan 1 minut o'rtasida to'xtalishlar bo'ldi. Salgina ozgina muammolar bo'ldi shekilli, lekin davomini yaxshi olib ketdingiz. Umumiy aytganda part 2 ham yomon emas. Part 3 ga keladigan bo'lsak, ya'ni oxirgi nimaga, unda ham to'g'ri javoblar berdingiz. Albatta bu education temasi juda ham keng tema, ya'ni bu ta'lim sistemasidagi tema. Savollaringiz yomon emas. Kamchiliklaringizga keladigan bo'lsak, shu ozgina to'xtalishlar va nima deydi, pauzalar ozgina ko'proq, shu pauzalarni yo'qotsangiz va yana ham tabiiyroq chiqarishga harakat qilsangiz, ya'ni less common vocabulary ishlatishga harakat qiling. Ya'ni misol uchun in terms of, ya'ni borasida degan so'zlar bor, shunga o'xshagan phrasal verblardan foydalanishga ko'proq harakat qiling, chunki ko'pincha siz fe'l o'zidan foydalanib qo'yapsiz. Phrasal verb bu ko'proq sizni o'qiganingizni, sizni shunga e'tibor qaratganingizni bildirib boradi. Umumiy aytadigan bo'lsak, hurmatli YouTube tomoshabinlari, ya'ni Uzlit kanali obunachilari, bugungi kandidatimizni umumiy bali speakingdan 6,5 qo'ygan bo'lardim, chunki speaking vocabulary o'z joyida, savollarga to'g'ri javob berib turibsiz, pronunciation ham o'z joyida va grammatik jihatdan ham xatolar uncha kuzatilmayapti. Xatolar bor grammatik jihatdan, lekin bular kichkina xatolar. Shuning uchun taxminan balingiz 6,5 bo'lsa kerak. Yana ozroq harakat qilsangiz, xudo xolisi 7 ga chiqadi degan umiddamiz. Rahmat YouTube kanalimiz a'zolari. Agar videomiz sizga yoqqan bo'lsa, sizga foydali bo'lgan bo'lsa, like bosib, esingizdan chiqmasin, kanalimizga obuna bo'ling va bizni kuzatishda davom qiling. Rahmat sizlarga katta.